What is up, everyone? Junk here, and this is episode 3 of my hardcore survival island. The first thing I want to do this episode is build a temporal storm shelter right away, because it's going to have a temporal storm hitting at any second now. We only need a few blocks to construct the shelter, just some regular sized blocks, and then 2 half slabs that we put flat against the wall, and finally 2 fence gates that let us block the monsters. This bunker works because the drifters can't spawn when it has half of a block. Oh. I think it is over. 100% it is over. We survived. The smart thing to do is actually just save and leave the world. Now, when I reconnect, all the monsters are going to be gone. Now, since we don't have to worry about a storm for a while, let's focus on getting a copper saw made. To make that, we need to make some clay ingot molds first. Once I get this lit, it should give us about 30 minutes where I can go look at my crops, and then I kind of want to get some animals on my base. That would be very useful. I was about to head back to base and sleep, but look what I found. Looks like I'm going to have to get Mr. Pig back to the base. Honestly, I'm probably going to have to turn my base into a pig pen. I'll just add some gates right here. There we go, and I'll move the shelter somewhere else. That's right, stupid pig. That's right. I don't think he's going to despawn in there. Let's go to sleep, and in the morning see what the trader has for sale. So this guy is selling a bismuth bronze pickaxe for 10 gears, which is kind of insane. It lets me mine iron, and bronze is going to be very rare on this island. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get the tin ingots to create that. Right now I'm making a bunch of crocks for winter storage and bowls to make oil lamps everywhere. And after I'm done with this, I'll be making a chicken coop. I made the chicken pen off screen, and now it has its first resident. I also needed some stone, so I dug out the cellar off screen. It's a 7x7, which is the largest dimensions it can be. Now that the ingot molds have finished, let's pour out some copper ingots. Ooh, copper's almost fully melted. Let's go. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Yeah, don't pick that up with your hands. That's a bad idea. I'll make 3 ingots. Oh wow, you guys have no idea how good this feels. It takes so long to sift for all of my ingots. Okay guys, our copper ingots have cooled down, so now we're actually going to heat them back up. To do that, I'm going to need a bunch of these just regular stones. Again, it could be any stone. And we want to turn them into the cobblestone blocks. And then we do this, and we get the forge, which, oddly enough, is not made out of the same material that we just crafted it out of. So now, let's take, I don't know, like, I think it's 1 or 2 pieces of charcoal. Shift right click it in there. And I want to take, let's start with 2 ingots. I'm gonna light this. And now we just need to wait until it heats up. Now this is warmed up, and we can pick it up, and then we can shift right click it onto the anvil. And what do I want to make? I want to make some, I'll start with a copper saw blade actually. So the way we do this is, it's very thick right now since it's an ingot form, and we have to do a heavy smack, and it flattens it out a little bit. Now, just use whatever direction you need until you can fill out the part you're making. Now that I have the saw filled out, I have to use the split and get rid of the remaining voxels. Now make sure you don't mess up in this step, because that could really be wasteful. There we go. I have a really hot copper saw blade right now. So normally you could go and throw this into the water to quench it. But you could also just craft it, and it'll cool down right away. So now I have a copper saw. This really changes everything for us. I'll show you how right now. With this, we put the saw on top of the log, and we get a bunch of boards. With these, we can make doors and a bunch of other really, really useful things. So I believe these doors should make this a functioning cellar now. So these things should last way longer. Yeah, 12 years. That used to be 2 years. Okay, I'm in business. Since I have the copper ingots, I'm going to make a copper shear and a copper chisel. I'll be using the shears to clear all the leaves away on the islands. I just know one of these days a bear's going to jump out from them and kill me, so better take care of them. I managed to wrangle a rooster back to the base. Hopefully we get eggs now. I put out some nests for our chicken friends. Eventually I'll get around to upgrading this house of theirs, but they'll have to wait. The trader's stock changed, and he's now selling linen sacks for 2 gears each. These are almost the best storage option for a player in the game. I'm going to grab 4 of them right now. That was a great upgrade. That would have taken forever if I had to use flax for that. I found a female pig off camera and I brought her back to the base. So now that both my animal farms are complete, I want to upgrade the buildings a little bit, and then I can focus on getting all my things out of the rain and make a main storage building. I did a lot of work off camera, but the first thing I did was start improving the pig farm. I framed it with oak logs, and I added a thatch roof to it. Eventually, when I get to it, I'll have all my leather making equipment up here. For the chicken coop, I went with the same look with the conglomerate cobblestone, with the oak planks and oak logs. I added a second story with a staircase so the chickens can go up and be in their cozy little roosts. At some point, I upgraded my dirt walls to mud brick. Here's my completed pig pen and chicken coop. I think they look really nice. What do you guys think? Now it's time to work on the main storage structure. I'm going to use the conglomerate cobblestone, the oak planks, and the oak logs again. Once I had my cube, I started to bring in all my resources from outside and organize them. Okay, here's my storage base. It's a work in progress currently. I'm going to build a giant cobblestone tower connected to it. I think it's going to look really cool. It's probably going to take thousands of stones to make this tower. I'm going to head over to an old copper deposit, and I'm going to see if I missed any copper, and at the same time, I'm going to get a lot of stone. I mined all around where I found copper. I didn't find any more, so I'm just going to dig straight down to see if I find any deposits of any other ore. Holy crap, I actually found iron. This is insane. And I'm pretty sure I can mine this with that special pickaxe I got from the trader. I'm gonna head back and grab that pickaxe, and I'm going to mine all this iron, or as much as I can. I got a ton of iron from that and a lot of stones. So I'm gonna upgrade the base real quick, and I'm gonna go back to the mines to get more resources. Ooh, this tower is gonna look so good when it's done. I mined most of this iron off camera, and while I was doing that, I realized that these drifters drop better loot because they're deeper down. In total, I got 20 bits of tin from killing all the drifters. With this, I'll be able to craft a bronze anvil and a bronze hammer, so I can work with all that iron we collected. This is a good point to end the episode, but first, here it is, the tower in all of its glory. What a nice view. I'm having a great time with this Let's Play. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. In the next episode, I'm going to create iron tools, make a windmill, and once I accomplish that, I'm going to check out the landmass behind me. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.